Number two is Mr. Josh Allen. This is probably going to be a heated debate here because we kind of
Let's
the
hope
group
not.
chat was already livened up last night just talking about what the show was going to be today. But all right, Josh Allen finished. I have him personally as my quarterback 3. He finished as a QB1 last season. Anthony, I believe you have him ranked the same as me. I'll let you kick this one off. What are your thoughts on Mr. Josh Allen? And also, is Ben DiNucci going to be a problem?
Ben DiNucci.
That was a joke.
So, first of all, our issues in the chat last night was about Josh Allen, the NFL quarterback, not Josh Allen, the fantasy quarterback. So I'm going to try to keep it at fantasy first.
Because
and Josh Allen, don't try to stir me up. Since 2020, Josh Allen has been the QB1 in points per game every year except one where he was a QB3 back in 2022. The significance, all 4 of these seasons, Stephon Diggs was there. Remember, Josh Allen was nice without Stephon Diggs. They had John Brown, Cole Beasley. And then Diggs gets there, and this is a whole new quarterback, and, he's literally breaking fantasy football year in and year out. Now, he is getting a little bit older. I am a little bit worried about Josh Allen this year because normally I'd have him as my 1 or 2. I have him at 3. I'm not totally, discounting him. But last year, he rushed for 15 touchdowns. Normally, Josh Allen is a 7 to 8 touchdown rushing quarterback. Last year, he threw for 29 touchdowns. Normally, in those years to where he's rushing for 78, he's throwing for about 35 touchdowns. So, if we don't get 15 rushing touchdowns, that's an outlier. I don't think we see anywhere close to that again. Where are these 35 touchdowns coming from without Stephon Diggs? Because, again, Diggs phased out last year. Josh Allen put the team on his back. Who's going to step up? Because I can't fathom Josh Allen going through a full season of just putting this football team on his back. I don't think the organization wants that. I don't think Josh Allen wants that either. So, fantasy-wise, he's my QB3. I think he's going to be fine. I don't see a quarterback 1 year coming out from him.
Thanks,
but,
Mark.
in terms of, I don't see how he can finish as a top 2 quarterback with guys like Mahomes and Hurts and Anthony Richardson. I'm fine with it. I think he finishes as a 3 or 4 in points per game. And I don't think that's bad.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds fine to me. What's that? What? You have one more point?
No.
All right, let's kick it on over to Steve. Steve, you are one of the Allen guys here in this 2-on-2 heated debate, even though it's more NFL related. But what are your thoughts, Josh Allen, for fantasy football? Where do you have him ranked, and how do you see him doing this year?
Yeah, definitely a Josh Allen guy. It dates back to when the draft with the Jets, and I wanted the Jets to take him. They took Sam Darnold, who I did not like. I wanted Josh Allen. Oof. And then you go back fantasy Twitter. I mean, I was showing some stuff yesterday to you guys. I mean, there is just a lot of hate going on with Josh Allen coming out. A lot of people were proven wrong, and people were just kind of set in their ways. And year after year, he kept getting better and better. And when Stephon Diggs came over, people were like, oh, Stephon Diggs is in deep shit because Josh Allen sucks. And Stephon Diggs had career years. So they both, blew up together.
Right.
But Stephon Diggs is gone. He's obviously one of the best technician route runner, one of the best receivers in the league, but 30 years old now. He faded down the stretch. When Joe Brady came in, they started to run the ball a little bit more. Josh Allen also was running the ball more. But they replaced him with Keon Coleman, who I'm not totally high on. I have some issues with his separation, but he is a 50-50 guy. Josh Allen could put it in his spot. He's got good hands. He could have double-digit touchdowns this year. Could be a nice red zone threat for Josh Allen. They bring in Curtis Samuel, who has a history with Joe Brady, who's better than Isaiah McKenzie. He's better, he's a better athlete than Cole Beasley. But, I mean, they were bringing in Cole Beasley 2 years ago to try to help him. They were bringing in John Brown 2 years ago to try to help him. These guys are way past their prime, and Josh Allen was still going off. And now they also have Khalil Shakir, who really stepped up down the stretch last year, and I think he's going to be a huge weapon for this year. They also have Dalton Kincaid in his second year. So I think this is the best collection he's had probably in his career. I mean, I remember him throwing to Kelvin Benjamin. I remember him throwing to like Duke Williams,
Devin Funches,
a bunch of bum ass receivers he's had in his career. And Anthony brings up, the rushing touchdowns with 15 last year, but he's finished as a quarterback one in years where he's ran for 6 and ran for 8. But he went to 35 touchdowns. He went to 37 touchdowns.
Yep.
Throwing why. So I could see Josh Allen throwing 35, 36 touchdowns once again with good rushing numbers. And I don't think we've really seen the best year from him personally, fantasy wise and NFL wise. I think he still has a ceiling that we have, has not been reached. So I got to put him number 1. I mean, he's finished number 1 3 times in his career already. He finished 1 last year. And he's the quarterback, first off the board, like 90% of the time. So I got to have him number 1.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's, he's third. It doesn't mean it's a problem. It's, it's also a product of how good Jalen Hurts and Pat Mahomes are. Yeah, Pete.
So,
I know you've been dying.
No, because I know Anthony brings up the rushing touchdowns, and look, it's understandable to feel like there could be regression there, but keep in mind, Stephon Diggs was 9th in the NFL last year for when it comes to, I believe, what am I looking at here? Hold on. When it comes to yards in the red zone, he was 9th, but he had 6 touchdowns in the red zone last year, and Gabe Davis had 5 touchdowns in the red zone. So those vacated red zone scores. And James Cook, we know what he is in the red zone. He's not somebody that they can rely on. Now, Ray Davis, I know Anthony's high on him. I like him a lot as well. He should probably he might be able to probably punch it in and probably might be their goal line back. But I don't, to Steve's point, I don't know if we have seen the best from him. And Josh Allen's averaging 604 yards rushing per season on a basis, and he's finished as a QB1 in points per game at 3 out of the last 4 years. So yeah, I like Allen this year. He that's why he's my quarterback 1. So
okay, all right. So we'll leave it there, but just for future reference, he is not elite. So we'll just leave it at that, though. I'll move on before you guys have.
21 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in the playoffs. I know he hasn't got over the hump against Mahomes, but he's done absolutely everything you could fucking possibly do. And just fucking the Chiefs just been a little bit better. I mean, he hasn't got over that hump yet, but his numbers in the playoffs are elite. I mean, you can't
one turnover against the Chiefs in 3 games in the playoffs too. 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in one of those games as well.
I'll take Joe Burrow over Josh Allen.
Yeah, take Joe Burrow, the guy that has 5 touchdowns in the playoffs in his entire career. Okay,
where did he go? But he got to where he needed to go.
He got to a Super Bowl.
Fine.
He's beaten Patrick Mahomes how many times?
Quarterback wins are BS. I don't know what to tell you.
BS when they don't help prove your point.
Sean McDermott gave up a touchdown in 17 seconds to lose them the game in the playoffs. The guy that Anthony says is an elite defensive play caller, but yet
I think he's
been shit for them in the playoffs.
That was 13. Defense. Wasn't it 13 seconds?
13. Sorry, even better.
Yeah. Okay. Well, quarterbacks are judged on wins. It's not right, but it is what it is. So, and until he, until he wins those, till he gets to the big game.
If they're judged on wins, when did Burrow win a Super Bowl? I'm confused.
Well, but he made it there.
Right. Oh, he made it there. Right.
Rex Grossman made it to the Super Bowl too. So, I mean, I don't know.
But Josh Allen did not make it to a Super Bowl.
All right, so Rex Grossman's better than Allen because
I need the stats intertwined with the winning. I need the stats intertwined with the winning. You can talk about
Josh Allen doesn't. He must not win. I guess that's.
We're arguing semantics here, but
he doesn't win them all.
It's fine if you guys don't think he's elite. I think me and Pete obviously do, and we think he has plenty of time to get those titles. But you never know. I mean, Anthony made a video last year saying it could be a Dan Marino type career.
Yep.
And it certainly could. And the Bills, we all know their history of coming up short. So we'll see.
There you go. Big Draft Energy is asking a question. Anthony